Feels good to be back. You're listening to Fight the Fear podcast. Let's go. What is up? Welcome back. Welcome back, podcasters. How's everybody doing? I'm so glad to be back here on Fight the Fear with you guys. It has been a really long and crazy, tiresome road. It has nothing to do with any one person or any one thing that happened. I had a hell of a 22. Took a break, tried to start some other things, had some files that needed transferred. I ended up having some copyright issues. Had to take some content down, had to move it, something or other. One service wouldn't cooperate with another. I finally get into the files, and it was old podcast stuff, and I have a soft spot for it. It's my baby. I was working on trying to do this for a long time, started doing it for a while, and that's just how things go sometimes. But we are here with you guys, and we are going for it. We're starting new, fresh, scratch, zero, baby, zero. Here we go. Episode numero uno. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to tell you, I've been perusing the headlines and fumbling my way around the interwebs to bring you guys some fun and entertaining stuff. I want to make, I don't know, I don't want to be like a news reporter. There will probably be some things I bring up that I'm like are holy shit moments. So let me just preface everything with, yes, I'm going to cuss. Yes, I'm going to talk dirty once in a while. It may not always be safe for kids to be around when you're listening to this. It's okay, right? It's okay. We're adults. We use adult words. It happens. But more than anything, just know the opinions of this show are mine and mine alone. So I will fall on that sword. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, fear fighters. Woo! Feels good to be back. And I have a sponsor, Hick Chick Design Company. We are going to put together some giveaways for you guys, some monthly stuff. It's always a fun time, right? So I think we'll have to do it like on a live stream or something like that, or Discord or something. Most likely it'll be on the YouTube channel. But if you're in the Patreon, you'll get an additional chance in the wheel of prizes. That's really it. That's all I got to say about that. So let's move on, man. Let's move on. I think more than anything, I want to have some fun with you guys. There's so much stuff that I'm into. There's so much stuff that grabs my attention like a freaking squirrel every day, or a hunting dog, And there's so much stuff out there now, like obviously with TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and I'm in Facebook groups and all this different stuff. It could, here's the thing, like it could be there. I don't know. I just flip on the TV and there's just something pops up, There was, I don't know, it was the other night. It was pretty late. I was on Amazon because I have YouTube TV now. I don't have cable. I have YouTube TV for my cable, I guess you could say. And it streams and it's channels like your regular networks and then other shows and stuff. But when you hit the home key and you go back to wherever your app is stored, in this case for me, it's stored on a Amazon, what the hell you call it? Fire TV stick, right? So on the Fire TV stick, you always start out at the little home plate, and they're always trying to sell you stuff, or all your different networks are throwing commercials on there. And I mean, how many of us have like so many freaking streaming apps that we don't even know what to watch, right? So sometimes you're just sitting there fumbling through all these channels, or all these ads, or all these. Sometimes it's fun. It's like on Netflix, you flip to something and it'll show you the preview for it. It's like sometimes you catch the whole damn plot and you're like, no, I don't want to watch it. Go to the next one, So Dennis Quaid is in this commercial that pops up the other day. And I'm like, well, I don't think I've ever seen this movie. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So I click on it, and this is 2013 or something. 2013? I think it was 2013. He's a detective. His wife has died, and he's investigating an occult murder, like a series of murders that had like occult ties, right? And as he's going through this case, he realizes the people that are like the guilty parties are imitating the four horsemen of the apocalypse, and he can't find the main one, death. He figured out pestilence and war and the other ones, and he realized, like they're younger. To him, they're kids. They're like his kids, because in the movie, like I said, he's got two kids. His wife died. He's got like a little boy that's like 8, and then an older kid that's like 17, 18. There's a girl he catches who's like, she was adopted. Her adopted dad did stuff to her. So you thought. Later on, come to find out that she had drugged him and kind of set him up because, I don't know, he wouldn't let her have a toy or something when she was little. Something silly. The plot was a little thin, but later on, they're doing this thing where when they kill somebody, they hang them on these torture racks, and it has to be like, well, it's welded together by somebody, and they figured out that they only made 4 of them, and they have chains, and on the chains there's these hooks, and then it's what do they call that, suspension, where you stick the hooks through your muscles, through your skin, through your muscles, and you hang like they do those weird bizarre carnivals, and somebody will be hanging from these big ass hooks in the muscle in their back and stuff. Like, that's real good for you, right? So these murders, the victims are hung on these things, and then they, like, with this weird precision, would stab them like one time in a certain way that they would slowly drown in their own blood. So it like when he was discovering stuff, it was super interesting. When he would discover something, those parts were kind of stale. So you get towards the end of the film, and he's starting to figure some stuff out. He figures out that it's something out of the Bible. He finds the Bible, finds the passage in the Bible. Then he's having issues with his older boy. What did he do? So something happens towards the end. He goes back home, goes in his older boy's room, and it's completely white. Like, it looks like at first you think they did something with the camera, but the whole room is just whited out, like white out. Everything, his computer keys, his TV, everything's white everywhere. And then there was some type of message in a notebook or something like that. And he realized at that moment, holy shit, my son's the leader of this thing. And he goes to this some place, and he gets attacked and drugged, and he wakes up later, and he's handcuffed to a chair in a theater, and up on the stage hanging from these hooks is his son. He's going to video stream himself giving up his own life to bring about the apocalypse. He somehow breaks out of it, gets the kid down, smacks him around a little bit, and then he realizes he's an idiot. And I mean, up until that, it was a pretty cool movie. I don't even know the name, and honestly, like it wasn't that good that I even want to tell you the name. I just search around for Dennis Quaid movies, and he's a cop, and it's the occult, and it's like 2013 or something. But I don't know, just one of them late night shows, man. You're just you're like, what in the hell am I watching? But the other thing was, I love the little weird factoid things like, did you know? So I found a whole bunch of them, from it's illegal to feed pigeons on the sidewalk in San Francisco, to the fact that there was an astronaut who had allergies from moon dust when he was on the moon during the Apollo 17 mission. That's crazy stuff. Oh, did you know there's a toilet museum? Toilets. Did you know that the official bird of Redondo Beach, California is the Goodyear blimp? Did you know that there's 3 U.S. presidents that have won Grammys? Did you know that Viking men wore makeup? Did you know you can get your eyeball tattooed? Bet you didn't know that. That's some Jerry Maguire shit right there. Bees smelling fear. As far as getting my eyeball tattooed, though, I'm not doing that. Did you know that the Eagles Stadium once had a courtroom? The letter Q is the only letter that does not appear in any United States state name. I don't even know that I cared about some of these things until I read this. Did you know a jockey once won a race after he died in 1923? Who is this? Frank Hayes. He was hailed as the winner at the Belmont Park right outside New York City, 1923. He suffered a heart attack and died in the middle of the race. So the celebration wasn't exactly sweet. This is on parade.com, by the way. Did you know Winston Churchill was hit by a car when he visited New York and he almost died? Son of a bitch, I didn't know that. If you wanted to make... Okay, so this one's right up my alley. Did you know that it would cost $18.3 million to make a replica Darth Vader suit? Now, when they say replica, I believe they're saying a suit that would do what it's perceived his does. Because it says a real-life replica of the infamous black suit that features a voice modifier, breathing apparatus, prosthetic limbs, and an augmented reality filter. Yeah, all right. Did you know Neil Armstrong once threatened to sue his barber for selling his hair? Hold on a minute. This was 2005. Neil Armstrong threatened legal action against his former barber, who earned $3,000 for selling a lock of his hair. The barber took no heed of the threat and went on to make over $38,000 by selling both the hair and the comb and scissors. Where are you selling this stuff? Because I got a back full of it. I can donate, man. What the frick? There's some goofy ones in here. Holy shit. Did you know that your liver's size fluctuates significantly throughout the day? Wow. I didn't really realize that. I know there's some days I wish it wouldn't, though. What are we doing here? Here's a little Harry Potter wink wink for some of you Harry Potter fans out there. Did you know that actor Daniel Radcliffe went through nearly 70 wands and 160 pairs of glasses during the making of Harry Potter? The Harry Potter films, sorry. Wow. Wait a minute, it goes deeper. Hold on, it goes deeper. The production team for the 7 films also made 40 versions of Salazar Slytherin's locket, 250 paintings for the staircase, 900 memory vials for the cabinet in Dumbledore's office, and 210,000 coins for the Gringotts bank scene, just for the last 2 films alone. I know you like this. Did you know that the filling in a Kit Kat is made from damaged Kit Kats? Son of a bitch. All this time I've been refusing to share. Ain't breaking shit off. Did you know that it only takes 6 minutes for alcohol to affect your brain? Buddy, that's 5 minutes too long. Did you know that a mailman made a castle in France? No, I didn't, and I'm not reading why. Let's keep moving. Did you know that there's a study to see if music can change the taste of cheese? Oh my gosh. I like this right here. Did you know there are 118 ridges on the side of a dime? That's crazy. Did you know only 18 out of 1 million Lego pieces are defective? Well, not a lot to them. Did you know there's a planet shaped like a potato? Did you know there is a museum dedicated to failure? Of course there is. Did you know there's a basketball court in the U.S. Supreme Court building? Court on the court, baby. Did you know? Oh, this is a good one. Did you know that the Twitter bird has a name? Well, now it's Elon's folly, but it says the bird's name is Larry. I did not know that. And it was named after Larry Bird, former NBA player. He used to play for the Boston Celtics, which was the former co-founder of Twitter's home state. Okay. Did you know it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland? Did you know the original Back to the Future time machine was a refrigerator? Marty McFly was supposed to travel the past. He was supposed to travel to the past in the Back to the Future movies. Oh, it's saying the DeLorean was not always the way he was supposed to travel. The time machine was attached to a refrigerator and driven to the Nevada desert into a testing site for the atomic bomb, where it was strapped into the back of a truck and driven into the atomic explosion in order to harness its true power. Well, if that's the case, how are you going to get this dude back and forth in time? You have to set off a freaking atom bomb every time? That don't even make sense. Come on, guys. Who's coming up with this? Gotta go back in time. Did you know that birds in Minnesota get drunk off berries? Good for them birds. Did you know there's a Starbucks cup in every shot in Fight Club? I did not know that. Ooh. Did you know a lifeboat drill was canceled the morning of the Titanic tragedy? Did you know extreme ironing is an actual sport? You're shitting me. The very first graduate of Princeton University became president. James Madison, the fourth president of the United States. Wow. Scientists once gave mice superhero-like night vision using nanoparticles. Ancient cats once led to the extinction of ancient dogs. So cats really did rule. One of the largest pyramids in the world is a Bass Pro Shop in Memphis, Tennessee. I did not know that. Did you know that people in medieval England had rap battles? They called it flighting. There is a Guinness World Record for the stretchiest skin. Did you know that there's a name for the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth? It's called arachibutyrophobia. It's a small percentage of people that have a fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of their mouths. This phobia goes along with the fear of choking or the fear of sticky textures. Knew a girl like that once. Did you know there's a peak cuteness for puppies? Of course. Did you know Antarctica is covered in a sheet of ice that's 7,000 feet thick? Wow. Our sharpest memories are from early adulthood. Well, yeah, because you spent the rest of it drinking. You're trying to get away from that bullshit. Did you know there is a species of jellyfish that never dies? Oh my goodness. Did you know that Einstein's brain was stolen when he died? What the frick? They probably used that for those nanoparticles for those mice. Did you know that King Tut owned a dagger from outer space? Really? There was a dagger made of meteor metal when archaeologists found it in his tomb in 1925. Recently, scientists were able to confirm that the dagger was made of iron, nickel, and cobalt, and strongly suggests an origin that is out of this world. It was probably from Uranus. Did you know that Santa Claus was given an official pilot's license in 1927? Flew right by my house ever since. Did you know that Shakespeare invented more than 1,700 words? I did not know that. It's pretty wild. I bet half of them were cussing too. Did you know that bubble wrap was originally intended to be wallpaper? Oh my God, keep those kids out of that room. They won't stop popping the wallpaper. Holy shit. shit. There was a prehistoric dragonfly that its wings span more than 2 feet. Get me out of here. Everything's Australia all of a sudden. Did you know the longest place name in the world is 85 letters long? It is Tamatawa Katingi Hanga Koata Matea. It's in New Zealand. Go figure. Did you know that Japan is suffering from a ninja shortage? I did not know that. What's going on here? Did you know that lobsters have clear blood? Did you know that the average United States household has 300,000 things in it? I mean, if you've seen my basement, all the Star Wars toys I have, that's probably close. Did you know that Singapore has banned chewing gum? Did you know that McDonald's once created bubblegum flavored broccoli? Bet you can eat that there. Did you know the very first item sold on eBay was a broken laser pointer? Did you know grapes light on fire in the microwave? Oh, wow, man. Starting us off on the right foot with this stuff, right? Let me see. Let's take a little quick minute to remind you about Hick Chick Design Company. I want you to go there. Hick Chick Design Company. HickChickDesignCO.com. Some really cool stuff going on there. Check it out. And now, back to your regularly scheduled podcast. A common theme that I'm going to start here today, because it helps me calm myself when I'm in situations that I don't appreciate and I'm not seen for what they really are sometimes, is unmet expectation. So the saying is, lower your expectations and you'll never be disappointed. But that term, expectation, I expect to do something. I expect to receive something. I expect to have these things happen for me. I try not to be an entitled person. I can't stand people that think they're entitled to things. You don't deserve anything in this life. You don't deserve anything in this life. What you deserve is a reward, a just reward for your labor. So what you put in will hopefully be what you get out. But it's usually a little like a 90-10, like you're going to put in 90 effort and get 10 reward. But you have to temper your expectation that if you put in the 90, you're not going to get 90. Sometimes you put in 90, you get 180. But for the most part, it's not going to be quite as much as you put in. So if you can just learn to accept some things and calm your ass down, take a deep breath. What's really important here? What really matters? Why am I nitpicking this dude for the way he's holding something or doing something? You know, it's him. Let him worry about it, right? I love people. I love you. Thank you for listening. I'm so happy to be back. And I've got a lot of fun stuff in store, a lot of fun talk, sometimes crazy talk, things I see on TV as I'm flipping through all the little streaming apps, something I come across as I'm reading. I'm always searching. I'm a searcher, you know. I'm always looking for something to read, or I want to know, like, how did this treasure, how was it discovered? Tell me how they figured out that it even existed. Tell me how they found it. Tell me what they did to retrieve it. Tell me what they've done with it since they've retrieved it, you know. And that could just be, that could mean so many things. It doesn't have to just be like the actual treasure, like a gold bar, you know. There's always so much more to everything like that. What else can we really leave behind in this life other than a legacy of found treasures, or a legacy of leaving treasures for people and leaving them in plain sight, right? So I want to drop these nuggets for you. These treasured golden orbs that swing between my legs. Yes, I'm talking about these nuts. Oh, feels so good. Feels so good. I was holding myself back from this for a really long time. I had some bullshit going on, man. And I just, it was just time. It was time to rip the Band-Aid off and just get back to it. You know, I have no control over what goes on around me. I only have control of me. But I'm a deep thinker person, and like I'm always being silly and goofy and saying things and doing things that people don't always understand, and they shake their head at me. And the truth of it is I'm just trying to hide behind those moments that there's something deeper going on. I think a lot of us do that. Because I don't want to like hide away and physically show you that I have an issue. If I have something going on behind my eyes, I just don't want you to know, right? But then I thought, what if I talked about some of that stuff, or talked about some of these worldly event things like the did you know, they're fun, they're cool, we're seekers. Like I said, we want to uncover these mysteries and find these treasures. But along the way, we stumble, trip and fall and get back up, dust ourselves off, keep on rocking. Somebody in front of us does the same. We help them get up and we keep moving. I like to think that the journey is better than the destination, but sometimes it's cool to stop and smell the roses too, right? That's me. That's what I got for you. I just want you to stick with me and have some fun. And get over to the YouTube and subscribe. And then also there's links for the podcast and other cool stuff to get involved with, ways to communicate with me, feedback, to get you to call in, Discord, internet stuff. We're doing it. We're in it. Let's go. Let's have a good time. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. To fight the fear of anything that works against you trying to better yourself and go forward in life. So I'm here with you. Let's do this together. I'll see you guys next time.